VJ Day. Can you believe it's been 75 years since the P-38 Lightning was flying the skies? 75 years since the USS Drum was stalking the seas. Here to mark the 75th anniversary of VJ Day, I'm inside a P-38 Lightning on Prepper 3D, which I have used before. I don't normally drive airplanes like this, but for special occasions, we'll make exceptions. The airplane is ready for takeoff now, and where in the world are we? Well, we're actually in Tokyo. And one neat fun fact about the P-38 is it's so powerful that we take off using not even full throttle. It's got more than that too. Just a quick check of our instruments here. Okay, now we'll go ahead and turn over to the fun zone. So we're somewhere to the northwest of Tokyo, and my plan is just kind of to overfly the city center. Maybe try a few cool aerial maneuvers and whatnot. Nothing ridiculous. The partnership between the US and Japan is one of the best in the world. Fun fact, the P-38 is actually not limited by speed. It's limited by something called compressibility, which happens around Mach 0.68. We're fine where we are now. Oh, okay. My gauge has disappeared. Yeah, we should be careful around 400 miles an hour. Basically what happens is the controls lock up and you go into a slow dive like this, and until you reduce speed, there's no way to recover from it. So be careful once you get into the 400s. There we go, there's the downtown. I'm actually curious. I know a lot more about Japan than most countries, but I'm not sure exactly how long the developments have been here. You know, whether not the Tokyo sprawl is something new, or if it was always big, even when it was called Edo. Yeah, we're not going to be able to make that. That's fine. We'll try a really cool pitch-up maneuver instead. And hopefully I don't get my controls crossed, because I'm actually starting to get used to the controls in Flight Simulator 2020, which I have to be very careful about. Hey, it's Tokyo Tower. See, I saw something back towards the east that I want to go visit. Unfortunately, the graphics in this game are not good enough to be able to pick out my favorite landmarks, which means if I tried to find Shinjuku, I would greatly fail. Nice turnaround and point maneuver. Alright, what did I find? Well, there's a good place to land. I actually took off from a Air Force base up at the north end to be, you know, fitting, as this is a military airplane and commemorating a military thing. But we don't have to land the same place we'll take off. We can land at, I think it's Nara, the big international airport. Okay, so we're back to Tokyo Tower. See if there's any fun bridges here. Ah, there we go. That's probably what I was looking at. So I might do a fly past just to see what we can do with this bridge. Depending on what it looks like, I'll decide what my best course of action is to have some fun. Yeah, I'm not going to try to underfly that. We'll go right between the towers, though. No. I didn't touch a thing. You can see that the cabling was well below me. Let's see where we load up. Hopefully it's right where I was, because I'm going to call BS on that collision. The wingtips were not touching anything. Hopefully we don't reset. If we are, we'll call it there. If not, we'll have to see. It's probably going to reset, because it shouldn't take this long to load. Yep, it's a full reset. So I'm actually going to take this as an opportunity to just transition to the modern era, because why not? Right, it's all about the then and now. Let's see if I remember how to do the afterburners. I think it was Shift F4. Oh yeah, that's it. So we are in a F-22 now. And we're at 780 knots, which means we are now supersonic. This is something that is not well liked in the folks on the surface, but this is a simulator, right, guys? Right, so we can basically have some fun with stuff and get away with it, because we're not hurting anybody's ears in real life. Well, I guess we found this plane's top speed. I'm surprised at how easy it is to fly. I understand that it would be a lot harder in real life to fly, but I'm saying compared to flying a Cessna in this simulator, I'm actually surprised that it's actually not that much more difficult, especially at high speeds, because generally when you go really fast, you have to like shove the nose into the surface, and I'm actually having to pull up, which is actually very strange, given that we're at full afterburner right now. So whenever I hit the end of this strip of land, I'm going to go vertical, and I think it's called an annulment, and then we'll start landing, because I wasn't planning anything major. As you can see, I've got no flight plan, and that's what I was talking about when I say I don't normally fly airplanes like this. I normally do flight plans, because that's just what you do. But I had no time to plan one, and guys, I mean, it's VJ Day 75. Come on, how am I not gonna? This is fun. I actually feel like I'm flying a, what do you call it? A UFO. Alright, I think we're getting to the end now. Either way, I want to pull up because I don't want to get lost, and the video is getting long enough. So we're starting to get really close to the end of this, it looks like. So once we see the end, I'm going to yank and pull 5. Alright, that is the end. Here we go, going vertical. Come on, dude, it was only 5. It was only 5 G's. Well, it looks like at some point I pulled 8.7. Not exactly sure how that happened. Alright, let's kill the afterburner before we run out of fuel. Let's see, we're at 20,000 feet and 500 knots. Not bad. And let's see if we can find a place to put this puppy down. Not think that I have done any barrel rolls yet. Wow, that has really good control reaction. I was thinking it would take at least a second to roll out. I guess that's what you get with a fly-by-wire. Alright, I think I found where we took off from. And we've conveniently let off some speed. Let's use our lantern system. Yes. That's going to be it. Unless it's that. Wow, this thing has good handling even at low airspeeds. Enough to black out at 300 knots? That's crazy. The airfield has disappeared. That normally doesn't happen to me. Well, there's one there. I don't know what I saw earlier. Let's go for this one that's over here. Now, I know what you might be saying. Why is he navigating without a map? Well, that's because I'm actually used to navigating without a map. I fly a lot in the P-38. And that gives me some good practice working with... Please tell me that's a runway. That gives me some practice navigating around a bit. Ooh, this guy might be a little bit short to get. We could probably make that, but we'd have to be going really slow. Which, it's interesting, you know, we're actually getting thrust from somewhere, and I'm not sure where. Because I had the power and idle, and we just weren't slowing down. Now, I can understand that's kind of expected because this was a fighter, but like even at a level out attitude, physics say that you have to lose speed. It doesn't matter if you're a needle from Star Wars, you're going to lose speed. And now we finally lost speed when I don't want to lose it. We're actually getting pretty close to stall. Alright, let's try this again. Well, actually, I wasn't even trying the first time. I was just kind of trying to gauge the length of the runway. Alright, when we get back to 175, we'll put the gear down. It's good enough for me. There we go. Guess I just needed to set some gear down. And this is a really bad approach, but let's see if we can do it. This is a really bad approach. I'd go around in real life. This is, yeah, don't be an idiot. Alright, we're gonna go around again. Alright, third time's the charm. I want to end the video. It's been long enough. Wow, this really is the world's hardest approach. See, I don't get it. You know, I'll travel one direction. There's something fishy going on here. I'll travel one direction for a long time, and then I'll turn around and I find myself at the end of the runway again. I'm like, what happened to the 15 seconds that I was just going off in the distance? I'm starting to embarrass myself now. Easy to fly, he says, taking 3 good attempts before he even gets anywhere near a good approach to line up to land. Alright, we might get this one. And here's what I'm talking about when we're speeding up again. Hopefully I can get the speed down below 175 so that I can drop the landing gear, please. Do I really need an approach that's flatter than 2 degrees? Alright, let's put the gear down and see what happens. Yeah, it seems like when you get to like 175 knots, the thing just stops flying. It's very strange. How to land your F-22. Well, don't follow Dr. Aeronautics because clearly he doesn't know a thing about F-22s. Including why it won't slow down between 200 and 175, and then when it reaches 175, it magically stops flying. Alright, let's call it there. This thing has exceptional slow flight capabilities. It probably turns better than a Cessna does, even at Cessna speeds. The graphics are so terrible I can barely see the runway. That's how bad this is compared to FSX. It's hilarious. Not FSX. Flight Simulator 2020. And that's a really badly placed tree, I have to say. Alright, here we go. Alright, we're down. Not bad, actually. Now, why doesn't it slow down? I'm at idle. Actually, there's no way we're going 48 knots. Something's going on. What, did I screw up my pitot tube or something? Alright, we'll call it there. I really don't think what happened with the P-38 should have happened. That was kind of bogus graphics, in my opinion. There's no reason to think that the plane struck the cabling. But anyway, happy 75th VJ Day. The world is a much safer place because of the outcome of that day. So let's just hope the peace continues. I've been Dr. Aeronautics, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.